right, so big.
Yeah.
A fight that ever since Terence Crawford beat Errol Spence, a fight that's been floated around there. Terence Crawford says that he's interested. Terence Crawford fans seem to want it. Saul Canelo Alvarez at 168 pounds.
I don't like it, personally speaking, but, you know, I don't doubt Crawford's ability. If you say who's pound for pound right now up there, you're going to say Crawford, right? So if it's somebody who can do it, who can go up and possibly carry his power or develop more of it and maybe outbox a Canelo, maybe it happens. But I feel like Canelo, when he prepared for Kovalev and he started sparring cruiserweights and those types of guys, like Canelo's just he's bigger than a 168-pound guy. You know what I'm saying? He can carry, like Canelo could fight cruiserweight if he really wanted to. You know, he can skip light heavy. You know what I mean? Although I think he should stay away from those higher weights because he's naturally a smaller guy. He's used to fighting guys much larger than Crawford. And Crawford's, his one Achilles heel, in my opinion, is sometimes he'll exchange with you. Like if you say certain things to him, or if you get him into a certain emotional state, he'll exchange with you. And I don't think he can exchange with a Canelo or even take that type of punishment from a Canelo if it got down to it and they were actually toe to toe. He could definitely try to outbox him though, because Canelo's footwork, if you watch him with B-Ball, I think if you make Canelo move, you have a shot. You know, but Crawford's not a defensive fighter. He's an offensive fighter. People claim that he has defense, but Crawford's defense is switching to southpaw. So he's not. It's not like what you think. It's not like watching Austin Trout versus a Canelo, or a Lara versus Canelo, where those guys are slick guys that are defensive minded and trying to avoid what Canelo has to offer. I think Crawford would exchange more, and I don't think that would go in his favor. But you know, anything can happen. I like the fight as far as for boxing, money-wise, business-wise, great fight. If that's what Terence Crawford's looking for, he just want to get a nice payday, a couple of nice paydays and get out of there, go for it, you know what I mean? But career-wise, if he's looking to just continue to box, that's not the fight that I would, you know, recommend for him, personally speaking. You know, I don't like it from that standpoint.
What's the outcome?
I think Canelo wins that fight. I think Canelo wins. Due to attrition, I think that, you know, like I said, like going up, there's too many different variables. You're dealing with a guy. I think good big guy always beats good little guy. You know what I mean? Canelo's a good big guy. Yeah. Fighting a guy that is great.
3 weight classes.
Yeah, that's a lot. So you're already dealing with that. And whether you think you could do it or not, you don't know until you do. You know what I mean? So finding out whether or not you carried your athleticism or your power to 68 when you come in there at 168, you won't find out fight night against Crawford if, you know, everything that you thought would happen as far as your preparation happened. You won't know until fight night. Canelo knows exactly what he coming in the ring as. Crawford doesn't. So it's too many different variables that don't lean in Crawford's favor, from size to, you know, like I said, whatever he would have to do to augment himself to get to that weight. And then also, like I said, if that's his last fight, then cool. But where do you go from there? Because you're changing your body just to get to 68 and not look flabby and not really come in there, you know, start. You feel what I'm saying? He's going to get himself, he's going to bulk up to do it. And we saw what happened when Roy Jones bulked up and then tried to go back down. Like, where do you go from that? Because fighting him at 68 as an exhibition, one time off, cool. But do you stay there if you're Crawford? I don't think so. So that's the other thing that you have to weigh in. You know what I mean? I think that he should stay away from 68. And if you want to, you know, you want to dance with the devil as other guys near 47, you know what I mean? I ain't going to name no names, but there's other guys near 47 that you can play with if you want to do that. You know what I mean?